Speaking of music, you are obviously married to Neo. Do you still listen to his music?
Of course. I mean, that's my baby father. So I have to make sure that my kids have that musical influence. He is their hero. So for me, anything that he puts out, anything that he's already put out, I make sure that they are well versed in it because it's important that he remains a hero in their eyes. And he's a superhero. He's a Marvel character to them. So I just make sure that I always am inclusive when it comes to him and our children.
Okay. How did y'all meet?
We met actually on a music video set. He had a role, a mini film that he was going to do for his nonfiction album, and I was supposed to be the leading lady. And then when we met, he just snatched me right on up, and you didn't see me for a while. But we actually met through work.
So, Crystal, the evening after y'all met on the set of the video, what was that like?
It was we went to dinner. We went to this club. I'm not a big club person, so that was very short lived. He was a perfect gentleman, and we just vibed. He read me the script, and like I literally just like fell in love with his words.
What did he do that sealed the deal for you?
He just showed me, I like the street guys for a minute in my life, and mind you, I met him over 10 years ago, so long time. I was young, and he just was different. He was a perfect gentleman. He said all the right things. Now I probably should, make that a red flag in my book, but he was just perfect in all ways that I needed something different at that time in my life.
Okay. So, but you like the streets a little bit
I
at that
used to.
time.
I
You
used
used
to.
to.
I'm well evolved from that.
Right. So would a street guy not have a chance now?
No, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all fine and everything, but I can't do it.
All right, Crystal. So, what would you say is the biggest misconception about dating somebody with a high profile or marrying someone with a high profile?
That everything is rainbows and sparkles and glitter. Is not. Is every relation. It's a real marriage. It's a real relationship. So the trials and tribulations and things that you go through is the same as is a regular person. So I think people think that because of a lifestyle that everything is just sweet when it's not. It's real life.
So, if your man is an artist like Neo and he's on the road, how do you welcome your man home?
I mean, always with home cooked food, you got to do that. Make sure the house is clean, and you do the things that a wife does. And
Now,
what?
now hold on, Chris. You
No.
might have to elaborate a little bit on that because everybody doesn't really know
Well,
in
that's
2024 what that
yeah. The the,
entails.
the the roles are definitely a little questionable at this time in
Yeah.
life. Just providing a place of peace and comfort and whatever that means for your partner, you should always amplify that and make sure it's to the fullest extent.
So let's talk a little bit about your upbringing, your childhood. What was it like growing up in Fort Myers?
It was rough. It was super rough. It was rough. Like it was the trenches. If listen, I was in and out of foster care between foster care and my grandmother, and so I had to learn how to take care of myself at a very early age. But I feel like it molded me and strengthened me to be a survivor. To always come out on top regardless of my circumstances. So although it was a painful and rough upbringing, I wouldn't trade it for the world because it made me to the woman that I am today.
Okay, so you still have a lot of family
Yes,
down there.
yes.
Okay, do they
Most
come
most
to
of them
visit
still
you?
live there.
Okay, do they visit you often
Yeah,
in
some
Atlanta?
come up here, but a lot of them they old country folks, so they like to stay where they at.
Yeah. What is Fort Myers known for?
um, Unfortunately, it's known for a lot of murders, and I wouldn't call Fort Myers like gang affiliated, but they got the neighborhoods and the
Yeah.
things like that. It's very rough. The women are a lot rougher than the men in some aspects. And then, Plies is from Fort Myers. Deion
Deion
Sanders
Sanders.
is from Fort Myers. My mom actually used to be his assistant back way, way back in the day. So, I mean, we got some people that came up out of there, and now y'all known for me.
Yeah, that's what's up. You said the women are rougher.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Like, what? In what way?
It's a hard knock life. Like just with black women, period, we already have to do so much and fill so many roles that a man should fill, and then it's a dog eat dog world. There's a lot of fighting, territorial issues. I know for myself, I the first time First time I was incarcerated was at 12 years old for a fight that just got a little bit out of hand that stemmed from something that my mom got into when she was pregnant with me. So it's a lot of tension in that city. Like I wouldn't take my kids there now to even experience it because it's so rough. But you know, it breeds strength.
12 years old?
12 years old.
You were locked up, put in cuffs?
Yeah, they called me the teen slash in the newspaper. Lord Jesus.
Really? Well, so there was a knife involved?
No, it was a bottle.
Okay. So you handy.
I'm very handy.
Okay.
I'm very handy.
Understood.
I tried to hang that up, so I'm not violent no more, y'all.
When you're home in Fort Myers, what's the one place you got to eat? Where do you go?
Big Daddy's Crab Shack. It's this little hut on the side of MLK that they give you your crabs, the blue crabs, and the sandwich bag. It's $20. Well, now it's about $35 because they don't went up in price. And you wrong for that, Big Daddy. But the crabs there are just like I've never had seafood like how I had back home.
Okay. What's a good first date for you?
A good first date is you have to good food, good ambiance, good drinks, good restaurant. I'm not a club person. I really don't like to go to the club. So if you can wow me with a restaurant and good food, I don't really care. It doesn't have to be super 5-star, but the food has to be good.
Has to be great.
Has to be good and great conversation.
Great conversation. Okay. All right. So I know you have now come back to reality television. Mm-hmm. All right, with the Bold and Bougie. Mm-hmm. What was all that about? What drew you back in?
Well, Carlos King, he is the producer of the show and the creator of the show. He is a near and dear friend of mine. And if I was going to trust anybody to get back into that world, it would be with him because I feel like he's going to let you be authentically yourself. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that. And I just felt like now I'm a single mom. It's time to like get back into my bag, get back to making money and stuff like that. And I know that the world has been waiting to hear from me because I don't do many interviews. I don't do much press at all. And it's time for me to get back in front of an audience that can create a nice bag for me. Mm. And that is the goal.
Okay. I know you talking about getting back into your own bag. Very independent. Obviously, you're an entrepreneur. What type of man would you be interested in now?
I do not want anybody in the industry. I repeat, I do not want anybody in the industry.
Okay.
I want somebody that is successful in their own right, that can take care of themselves. I can take care of myself and my 3 children. So that is not an objective. It is more so I want honesty, chivalry, sophistication, a real man, not somebody that just wants the clout, that wants to be in front of the world. I want something real and solid.
Okay.
And somebody that loves the Lord.
What do you bring to a relationship?
I like to speak life into my person. I like to build you up, encourage you, and motivate you. Step in where you need me to. I'm a whole lot of fun. I love to bring light and joy and laughter into any situation that I'm in. I just want to be your counterpart in whatever aspect that means for you.